Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another episode of Simply Survival. This is the series where I like to show you tips, tricks and tutorials, and of course I like to do this in complete survival. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a super simple, super OP, zero tick farm. Now this is going to allow you to make a number of different things, so it's not just one specific item that you can get from this farm. Right now my emerald stash is looking a little bit, weak. I've got 3 emeralds, but that does not matter because today's farm is basically going to allow me to get 0 tick emeralds. That is right. Now, you do have to have a little setup to have this set up correctly to be able to get some emeralds, but I'm going to show you that in today's video anyway. So, let's jump straight on into the video. Now, the farm in question is this thing. It's a long farm. It spans over a couple of chunks. When I say a couple, I think it's 6 chunks in total. I am currently on a realm, the Simply Survival realm, as you can see. And yeah, we're leading up to these things over here. So I've currently got a few things set up, but there are more that you can actually have set up. So I've got some white wool, I've got some pink wool, I've got some carved pumpkins, which we're going to be able to get out of that, and then some black wool. I've also got some a mushroom, which will give us some red mushrooms, and a brown mushroom, or a brown cow, or whatever it's called, to get some brown mushrooms. All right, so I haven't actually set this up yet. A piece of information on this farm, I think, regarding the mushrooms, like these two, like as soon as you shear them, you have to kind of reset them up again. So what I've done is made a couple of these farms next to this farm in case I want to run these again. Same for the snow golem. However, you literally just have to set these up with the sheep, and it will continue to work all the time. You're just going to wait for the wool to regrow again. But let me show you how OP this farm is. This is actually one of those farms you can't leave on for too long, or you are guaranteed to have lag. That is right, you are guaranteed to have lag if you leave this on for too long. That is how OP this is. So we're going to go down here, and I'm going to show you this farm in action, and then of course I will show you how to build this farm. So we're going to come here like this. And, yeah, basically, I'm just going to pull this lever. Now, I don't have a spyglass on me, but you can't see the mobs. You see how you can't see the mobs right there? But if I go a little bit closer, yeah, you can just kind of see them. I kind of wish I had a spyglass, but right now, yeah, I'm, like, kind of not loading the chunk, but they're still loaded. So what I'm going to do, I think the mobs are not loaded, but the machine itself is loaded. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is pull this lever, and I'm going to wait here for a little while. Seriously though, you do not have to wait that long with this farm. It is not that bad. Like, you don't have to wait that long. Seriously, if you wait for too long, yeah, you're gonna get lags. You are 100% going to get lags. So I hope I've got all the redstone set up down there as well. And I don't know how long I should leave it, because yeah, you'll see how OP this is in a second once I go back down there. But I'm thinking another 30 seconds, maybe a little bit less. I mean, I don't really want to wait any longer, but I really... Right, let's just do it right now. Come on. Right, let's go down there and see all the items. So, oh, I already had a little bit of lags. So, you can see the 2 cows. They are no longer usable. But you see this? Oh, my goodness gracious. Whoa! Oh, my goodness gracious. Just from that little bit of time. I won't even edit it to show you in real time. Oh my god, there is literally more. Guys, this is absolutely insane. From literally a few seconds. So it doesn't really matter if you've got to, like, redo the cows. Now look at this one. Boom. Red mushrooms galore. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. That is absolutely insane. You got... Wow, I'm a little bit speechless because this is so overpowered right now. And then, of course, we've got black wool. And this is going to be one of our sources of emeralds. So I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a second. I think I've managed to collect it all. Yep. And then we've got pumpkins. Carved pumpkins, good for lights or literally making snow golems themselves. You can use these to make snow golems. And we managed to get literally nearly 4 stacks. That's insane. We got pink wool from my pink sheep, and he's already ready to go again. So that's pretty nice. Oh my god, so much pink wool. And white wool. Again, this is how we're going to get some emeralds as well. So what I'll do is I'll just take 1 stack of each, and I'll just show you how we're going to turn these into emeralds. No, this is the one that I want. Yeah, just before I do show you the emeralds, yeah, you just basically have to wait for the sheeps to regrow. And then you can literally turn it on again and go again. So that's unlimited emerald right there. And you'll just have to replace the mobs in this one. The golems really not hard to place. These are a little bit more tedious. But if you've got 2 farms like that, it's good to go. So yeah, let me quickly show you how we're going to turn these into emeralds. So through here in my villager trading farm, I basically have a bunch of these guys. As you can see, we have shepherds. And you can sell wool. So if you have the right trade, of course, I've got all the different colors. But right here, I've got white. So for 17, I can get myself a bunch. And remember, we're going to be able to get insane amounts of wool. So we've got such good way to get emeralds right here. And I've got the black one right here. So I'm going to do that. Get myself some more. And I don't know if I've got one selling pink wool. Alright, that's not even a shepherd. Let me go down here. But I think the pink wool will come in handy anyway. I mean, for building or something. They all want grey wool, so maybe I'm going to have a grey. I'm going to find a grey sheep, or maybe make a grey sheep somehow. Yeah, they all want grey wool, so yeah, but there you go. I managed to get 9 emeralds. Of course, I'd have to get myself a bunch more of these shepherds, but you could literally have the setup right next to the farm itself. For example, you could have like a bunch of villagers like here, and you could just have like a trade station right next to this farm. You could even make this farm next to your villager trading station down there. I could like move it. That could actually work as well. The items that you are going to need to make this farm are as followed. You are going to need 1 dispenser. You're going to need around about 4 repeaters, maybe more depending on how many you add at the end, how many modules. You're going to need 1 redstone comparator. Bring yourself around about a stack of redstone dust, a lever. Also, bring yourself a bunch of shears, enough to fill that dispenser. You could add unbreaking to them, but you don't really need it because this is so OP. It's entirely up to you though. And also, you are going to need to find a way to find some chunks. So basically, I have lined off some chunks just with a spade. I didn't do anything too fancy, but I used a chunk pack. So you can see here, the end of the chunk border, I marked it off with a spade. And that is the first one. I did it again for chunk number 2. And then I marked it out for chunk number 3. And chunk number 4, and of course chunk number 5. Now chunk number 5 is really important. You need to know where the chunk border is right here, because that is where we're going to build our dispensers, but we'll come on to that a little bit later. So yeah, you're going to need to find 5 chunks. First of all, we're going to start off with our lever right here, and in front of that we're going to have our comparator, and then some redstone going all the way down here, and I will just run it all the way down here like so, until we get to our 5th chunk border, as you can see. And we're a little bit short. Reason being is because we need to add our repeaters. So let's go back down here and add our repeaters. The way we're going to do that is simply by turning that on. Now we can flick that and it will make it like that. So yeah, that's exactly how we're going to need it anyway. But for now, I'm just going to turn it on so I can add the repeaters. When the current dies, I'm going to add a repeater, and that will just lengthen the current. I'm going to add all of the repeaters, and we should then have enough redstone. And that's took us to the last bit, so let's link this up right now. Oh, nice. And right here, we're going to have our dispenser right on the border. So this is the newest chunk. This is the chunk border. And then I'm going to link up that dispenser like that. I'm also going to add all of my shears right now. And now we're going to want to make some kind of box to keep it in our mob. So, of course, you need to put 2 blocks this side, 2 blocks this side. I've already got blocks here. So, I need to kind of lure that pink sheep over here. You might want to use some wheat and, of course, leads. Both are suggested. But, yeah, sometimes it's just a right pain. So, let's do this right now. Pull it over to our selected area. We might be able to push them in. Come on. They really don't like going in, but there you go. I managed to get that in. As you can see, I'm just going to remove any access blocks and then remove the rope. And now that is good to go. That is literally as easy as the setup gets. So now we're ready. Basically, this will no longer shear, and neither will this, because we need to wait for it to grow. But right now, the pink one will work. So let's go down here and turn on our machine. Remember, we need to flick this right here. Alright, so as soon as I flick this, that's going to start working. So, And I'll just go AFK for a little, I don't know, 30, 20 seconds. Not even that long this time. I mean, I already showed you this thing in action. Again, I do need to replace some of the mobs to be able to get them. So let's just turn this off. And now... Oh, damn, I just saw loads of pink wool fly up in the sky. Like I said, that was literally barely any time at all. And we literally got 2 stacks. That is insane. Let me throw that in there. I'm not sure why these red mushrooms are in this one. So let me put that one in the red mushroom section. And there we have it. That is how to build yourself a very OP 0-tick farm. Now, this specific farm has actually been patched in the past, and it's actually rejoined the game. So I've definitely taken advantage of it now. Or you might not get to in the future. But yeah, this is super OP. Remember, you can actually use any color of wool as well. You don't just need to do those wools. So that is all I got time for. I will catch you guys on the next one.